Tesla holding its annual meeting today. Shareholders had until midnight to vote on Elon Musk's compensation package, which could be worth up to $1 trillion over the next decade if he hits all the numbers. Tim Higgins is with us, the Wall Street Journal's business columnist and a CNBC contributor. And the question of the morning, I think it's going their way, I imagine. I could be wrong about that. I don't know what you think. But my bigger question is, if it, for some reason it doesn't, what do you think happens?
Ooh, that's the big question, right? I mean, I think that's the fear among Tesla and Elon supporters is what does happen. It's hard to imagine the company being valued as much as it is, right? Because the vision for the company is Elon Musk's vision for the future of not just cars, but robots. And that is a vision that really has helped that value of the stock go so high, make the car company the most valuable car company in the world, and really put it in the minds of as a stock, as a tech company story rather than just a traditional car company. I think that is also the concern that Chair Robin Denholm has been out there with. Imagine Tesla without him. She paints a picture that it's not really something that investors are going to like.
As a result, though, there are other shareholders who are voting against this proposal, in large part because they think they're being held hostage.
Yeah, absolutely. And in a lot of ways, maybe they're right. In some ways, Elon has a gun to their heads saying, show him the money. He says it's about control. He wants more control of the company. He doesn't want total control, he would argue, but he wants to have enough ability to kind of block things that he doesn't like. He's concerned about developing this AI, this powerful tool, kind of falling into the wrong hands. You know, he's worried about activist investors and that sort of thing. It's clearly between a rock and a hard place here. If you are a Tesla investor, you're betting on Elon Musk, and this is a huge bet on him, not necessarily the rest of the company.
I mean, look, the thing that I can't figure out, I made the argument back in 2017, or was it 2017 when the first proposal came out, it is as shareholder friendly as they get, meaning nobody gets paid unless it all works out. Having said that, interestingly, ISS and Glass Lewis, who I know Elon's talked about being, terrorists in the sort of governance space, makes it an interesting argument, which I haven't fully delved into, but this argument that somehow the board could somehow give him compensation even if he doesn't hit the targets, claiming that, either there was some kind of regulatory issue or if there was a flood or a storm or some kind of ancillary or, exogenous event. Have you focused on that at all?
Well, if you just look at what the board has done just in recent months, they have used some of the levers they have to give him kind of a huge reward of stock. It's trying to make good for that package that was taken down by that Delaware judge. They're trying to make good on all that money that they feel like they owe him, that he feels like he's owed, as they try to litigate and appeal that issue. So they have figured out ways to kind of throw the money at him. They're the board. They can do these sorts of things.
How much, in terms of the valuation, do you think is now betting on robo-taxis and Tesla cars versus, the robots?
That's a good question. I think when you look at, I'm not one to do valuation, but people talk about a good chunk of that is in the valuation of those robots, the potential for them. Robots that we haven't seen really that are capable of doing all the things that he imagines them to be able to do. They're not R2-D2, they're not C-3PO level yet, and who knows how many years away that could possibly be. But there's definitely a belief in that. He's talking about Tesla being worth trillions of dollars, the largest, the most valuable company out there, based upon the idea of what those robots can do, and that people are going to rush out there and buy them. So that's kind of the vision. Who's to say, what it is in the today? I wouldn't be able to say.